Most of us have heard the term Amber Alert before.
An Amber Alert. Amber Alert.
Amber Alert.
Amber Alert. Amber Alert.
Amber Alert.
Amber Alert. Amber Alert. Amber Alert. Amber Alert. Amber Alert.
According to the website amberalert.gov. In 1996, the Amber Alert system began in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, when broadcasters teamed with local police to develop an early warning system to help find abducted children. Although AMBER is an acronym for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response, it was named after 9-year-old Amber Hagerman, who was murdered after being kidnapped while riding her bicycle in Arlington, Texas.
An Amber Alert is a partnership with the state police, local law enforcement, and media, including the Department of Transportation, to facilitate locating a missing, endangered child.
Give us a little bit of background on how the whole Amber Alert system came about.
Actually, it started back, George Bush started it in 2003.
On April 30, 2003, President George Bush signed into law the PROTECT Act, which comprehensively strengthened law enforcement's ability to prevent, investigate, prosecute, and punish violent crimes committed against children.
Amber Alerts have become an increasingly important tool in rescuing kidnapped children. By quickly getting key information about the missing child and information about the suspect out into the public through radio broadcasts or highway signs or other means, an Amber Alert adds thousands of citizens to the search in the crucial early hours.
The term Amber Alert seemed to me to be fairly new.
Brings them to justice.
But on October 14, 1963, 33 years before Amber Hagerman's abduction and murder, on an episode of The Andy Griffith Show, Barney Fife makes a reference.
Especially you. I'd like to stick around and give you a hand, but I'm due up at Mount Pilot. Looks like he's your problem, Sheriff.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
We'll stay on a number 2 Amber Alert.
What's that?
One of us awake at all times.
Let's listen again.
We'll stay on a number 2 Amber Alert.
What's that?
One of us awake at all times.
Even the sergeant was unfamiliar with the term. Perhaps the writers of the show made it up. But why amber? That seems to be an obscure color to choose, assuming the writers meant the color amber and not something different.
We'll stay on a number 2 Amber Alert.
I thought the term might be older, perhaps it was a military or police term, prior to 1996, but there is no reference to any other kind of Amber Alert. I spent hours researching the term Amber Alert, and the only reference I found for it is the one named after Amber Hagerman, the one alerting the public to missing children. I couldn't find the term used anywhere else. Does anyone have any information about the term being used elsewhere? I've heard this referred to as a Mandela effect, but I'm not sure that I agree. In order for it to be a Mandela effect, the line would have had to have changed from what it was known to be before. This doesn't seem to be a popular enough line to be remembered well enough to say whether it is the same or different from before. It seems to be just a term that doesn't belong in that time period. But perhaps this falls into a new category. Something similar to the Mandela effect, in which new words are being injected into media that are now out of place.
We'll stay on a number 2 Amber Alert.
What's that?
One of us awake at all times.
There are a lot of confusing and overwhelming things happening in the world right now, so it's hard for me to rule anything out. Seems like now is the time to really have an open mind to possibilities. By the way, as of August 1, 2016, Amber Alerts have helped rescue and safely return 830 children.
Which makes people who love Amber wonder, could things have been different if back then there was such a thing as an Amber Alert?